Hi, this is Kirk Everist, head men's water polo coach at the University of California, Berkeley. Today's video, we're going to focus on offensive skills and drills. We'll start off with some basic ball handling drills, move into passing, then to shooting from the perimeter, 2-meter offense, and then the driving game. So let's get to work. What we're going to do right now is just some basic ball handling drills. The key with ball handling is just to be comfortable with the ball. There's no perfect science to anything, but the more you play with the ball, the more you get comfortable with the ball in your hands, the better it's going to be for you as a player. You're going to be able to change directions, change hands with the ball. So we're just going to do some basic ball handling drills while they're swimming that you can work on to develop better ball handling skills. The first one we're going to do is just a zigzag move. So as they swim, they're going to be swimming with the ball in front of them. The water, the wake of the water is going to push the ball forward. They're going to take their outside arm and change directions with the ball as they zigzag along the pool. So pulling the ball away from a defender, moving in a different direction. As they swim, they're going to change directions, zigzagging across the pool and changing the ball position as they go. Outside hand is changing the ball over. Trying to get the ball underneath. You don't want to pick it up on top. It's going to be quicker to exchange the ball. Swimming with the ball, like I said, you see that wake is pushing the ball forward and they're changing directions. All right, let's go back. Running up, change direction. So again, quick to the ball, change direction. Working on getting your hips back underneath you for quick movement. Pulling the ball away from the defense. You're going to increase the speed as you get more comfortable with it. Here we go. Keeping their head up. Again, the wake is going to move that ball forward. You want to keep the ball between your arms, change directions, move with the ball. The next one we're going to do is zigzag, the same basic drill, but instead of bringing the ball in front of our face, we're going to reverse turn. So they're going to grab the ball and they're going to reverse turn to change directions. Again, pulling the ball away from a defender, and again, just establishing a little bit better control of the ball. So they're going to zigzag, but they're going to reverse turn to change directions. So again, you see as they change directions, they're going to spin away and reverse turn, using both their right and their left hands. So it's going to be important again that you're going to be able to use both your hands when you're playing water polo, either on the perimeter at 2-meter defense. You're going to have to use both right and left hands. All right, so the next drill we're going to do is they're going to swim with the ball in their hand. To begin with, they're going to swim with the ball in their right hand. They're going to keep the ball in their hand, and that's going to be part of their freestyle stroke. That's going to be, instead of pulling with your hand in the water, they're going to actually pull through with the ball and keep the ball in their hand at all times. So again, they're kind of lunging forward. Remember that lunge move as they swim. You can see them do a quick breaststroke kick as they're lunging forward and swimming with the ball. Now they're going back. Basic freestyle stroke with the arms, but they're keeping the ball in their hand. They go with the right arm, and now we'll go with the left arm. Go. So again, you got to be able to go both with your right and your left. Like I said, the more time you spend with the ball in your hand, the better it's going to be as far as just being comfortable with the ball, being able to make the ball do things that you want it to do. This is just a quick wrist passing drill. They're going to have one ball, two players, and they're going to go from right hand to left hand to right hand as they walk along the pool. It's not really a passing drill, it's more of a ball handling drill, quick wrist drill, keeps the players moving and keeps them, just quick ball handling. Get the ball off their hand quickly, use their wrist to pass, and just handling and controlling the ball. So they're going kind of zigzagging, crossing over as they pass. Quick, it's all with the wrist, their hands are staying out of the water the whole time. And they're just walking back and forth. Again, a good warm-up drill just to get your wrists into it. Concentration with the ball's coming quickly. You don't have to throw it hard, it's just quickly wristing the ball back and forth. Passing all with their wrists, just quick concentration, the ball's moving quickly. Back and forth, controlling the ball. So the next drill we're going to do is very similar to the one ball, right, left drill. This is going to be a two ball drill, and they're going to continue the ball back and forth with each player having a ball in their hand at the same time and then passing it back and forth in unison as they walk back and forth. So again, it's a concentration drill. They have to really concentrate on the ball because there's always a ball coming at them and there's always a ball going away. It's a bit like juggling. Timing, quick wrists, concentration, which is a key with ball handling. You got to concentrate, you got to see the ball coming into your hands, you got to react to if the ball is short, if the ball is far. Your wrist will quickly make small adjustments to react to where the ball is going to be so you catch it cleanly and can get the ball off. Coordination and quick wrists, adjusting to the ball being a little bit outside, a little bit high, a little bit low. Quick mental adjustments, which is going to be really important with ball handling. If the ball is too high, well, how do you adjust to it? If the ball is in the water, can you adjust and catch it? The world's not always going to be perfect out there, and you got to be able to adjust with it. And this is just a quick way to get your mind, focused in on things. You got to really concentrate to keep the ball moving and to keep it dry. All right, the last couple ball handling drills that we're going to do is just simple wall passes. You can do this anywhere in your house. It's quick wrist passes, almost like punching a heavy bag. You can go right hand, left hand, right, left hand. We're going to go quick. We're going to start on a flat wall. So I'll just bounce the ball against the wall quickly, putting the ball back against the wall and controlling it with my hands and my wrist, passing it back against my wrist. Then I can switch and go right, left, or left, completely left. And then get the ball moving, right, left, right, left. So again, quickly control that ball. Get used to the ball being in my hands. And almost like a boxer against a heavy bag. I'm just quickly moving the ball. The quicker you can move the ball and get a good rhythm with it. It's a good ball handling drill just to control the ball with your wrists, quickly control the ball with your hands, feel the ball come back off the wall into your hand, and change up the position. I can move my right hand over towards the left-hand side of my body or move it wide, anything, go in a semicircle. Again, just control that ball off the wall. And it's going to hit your hand in different positions and you're going to have to react very quickly, just quick, subtle movements to keep the ball moving as you control the ball. Right and left-handed. All right, so that's one. The next one we're going to do is, again, just add a little degree of difficulty and a little variation as the ball comes off the wall. I'm going to try to find a corner, okay, a corner to a wall. And that's going to cause the ball to kind of shift to the left or right, just depending on how it hits. And you're not going to be able to tell. It's not going to be as flat and as true as a flat surface. So I'll find a corner of the wall, and again, I'll go right hand, and I'll bounce that thing off the corner. And it's going to make subtle movements to the right and left, and I'm going to have to feel that as the ball hits my hand and be able to control the ball back onto my hand. And I'm going to do it quickly. Try to keep the ball moving. And again, the ball will slide to the left of my hand and to the right of my hand just slightly, and I have to feel that with my fingers and keep the ball moving. And it's a quick adjustment that I'll make that will allow me to develop a little bit better hands in the water. And again, this is something you can do anywhere in the house, outside, off the garage door, anything like that to develop your hands. And again, I'm going to try to go left and right to develop both hands. Whoop. It's all with my wrist and fingertips, and I'm passing that ball. And I'm controlling the ball with my fingertips and keeping it moving as quick as I can. You can also get to the point where you just take your eye off the ball so you're not really watching it come off that wall, and look down. And again, completely leave it up to your hand to react to the ball, not your sight, and kind of seeing the ball bounce to the right or the left. I'm just going to look down and not see it and just feel it come off that wall. All right, so those are a couple quick drills that you can do just on your own anywhere to develop those hands, develop the ability to use your right and your left hand without having to have a partner or get in the water to pass. You can do that pretty much anywhere. Right now we're going to talk about passing and passing skills. First thing I'm going to focus on is just base position for fundamental passing. All right? Just like in basketball, when you're passing the ball in water polo, you should be in a triple threat position, meaning I can move, I can pass, or I can shoot. Okay? So if the ball is in the water, I can't shoot and I can't pass. I can move, but I can't do the other two. So I want to have the ball up in a triple threat position. My elbow's high, the ball's over my head. I'm in a position where I can pass the ball at all times. I don't want to move the ball into a spot where I cannot make a pass, meaning I bring my wrist in front or I put the ball in the water. I will always want to be in a triple threat position. High elbow, my weak arm, the arm without the ball, is sculling in the water to allow me to keep my height. I've got my legs working quickly in the egg beater motion, so I've got good RPMs on my legs. My legs are moving fast so that I am comfortable above the water at a good height to be able to pass and shoot and view the situation. I also want to have my wrist being loose, so I'll talk about a kind of a platter position where I'm holding a platter. The ball is back here on my arm, on my hand, and I can release the ball with my wrist. Okay? The next thing we are going to talk about is releasing that ball. As I make a pass, I'm going to look to, as I'm egg beatering, I'm going to look to breaststroke kick up to gain a little bit of height. All right? And I'm going to crunch, release the ball. Okay? And what I mean by crunch is you're going to get a lot of power in the water through your core. Okay? From your legs, knees up to your chest. That core strength is going to be the power in your pass and the accuracy in your pass. So as I'm up in that triple threat position, as I release it, I'm going to breaststroke and crunch forward, moving towards the position where I'm throwing the pass, and then I'm going to snap my wrist to make that pass. Okay? So those are some key things in passing skills, releasing the ball, and base position that we will go over in a lot of the drills and we'll focus on in all of the drills that we have so that you put yourself in the best position to make a good pass or make a good shot. Let's do a walkthrough of the passing drills we're going to do later. First, we're just going to do a basic passing drill called hot man, meaning I'm the hot man. I have multiple partners passing, but they're always going to pass the ball back to me. The first one we're going to do is a strong side. Strong side meaning I'm right-handed. All my partners are going to be to my right side. They're going to be throwing the ball to me from the strong side. So I'm catching it from my right coming to me. I'm catching the ball and making the pass. We're going to maintain base, good base passing and shooting position. I'm in a triple threat position. The ball's up high, my elbow's up, I'm sculling, my legs are moving, and I'm going to crunch, release the ball back to my teammates. Okay, so I'm catching the ball from the strong side and passing it back to the strong side. When I make the release, that crunch release, I'm pulling my legs back up underneath me quickly because the ball's going to be coming right back to me. A key mistake that kids make is that they pass the ball and then they spectate. When you release the ball, you got to quickly get your legs back underneath you so that you can receive the ball quickly. We talk about preparing yourself for the pass before it comes to you, not as the ball's coming to you. The next one we'll do, same drill, but you're going to draw the ball, meaning the ball is coming from the weak side. It's going to come from my left. I call it a draw because I'm catching the ball and drawing it back. Okay? I want to set my body again before the ball comes. I don't want to face up to where the pass is coming from because I'll catch it and now I have to spin all the way back around to be in that triple threat position. So I'm going to move my hips and open myself up to receive the ball so that all I have to do is catch the ball and draw it back into a triple threat position, and then I can make the pass back to my teammate or I can shoot. Okay, so I'm going to set myself up, catch, and draw the ball back into a triple threat position. Those are the first drills we'll do. Second set of drills are going to be focused on balancing and rebalancing. Again, we talked about getting your legs underneath you quickly, not relaxing. These are good drills to help you get out of position, force you to get out of position, and then force you to get your legs back underneath you so you're in a good and proper basic passing position. First we're going to do is a 180 recovery. We'll go straight line passing. So the passer is going to be in front of me. Ball's going to come, I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to spin a 180 and then make a pass to my teammate who's back here. All right, I'm going to do strong side spin as I catch the ball. I'm going to spin strong side, meaning towards my right arm. I'm a right-handed player. If I was left-handed, I'd catch and go strong side turn and pass the ball. Then I'm going to go a weak side turn where I catch it and I'm going to spin weak side and get my body into position. Again, a common mistake is not getting your body into the perfect passing position and making the pass. So I turn, I catch, and I spin weak side, and I stop here because I can still make the pass. But I'm not in good position. I need to come all the way around, get my hips into the position, get in that triple threat position to make the pass. Now the key with these drills is that you want to do that as quick as possible. Okay? Get your legs into the position as quick as possible. When you're playing water polo, you're going to be moving. You're going to get pushed off balance. How quickly can you get back up to good position is going to be key. The second drill is going to be a 360 drill. So I'm going to catch the ball and I'm going to go complete 360 around, set my body again, and make a pass. Again, strong side, get my body set, make a pass, or catch and weak side, draw it around, come all the way back around to triple threat position, and make that pass. That's going to be 360. Then we're going to do a box drill. Good movement drill to focus on every type of way you're going to move. I'm going to move to my right, and I'm going to step to my right. I'm going to move forward. We're going to use that worm drill that we did in the movement drills, and I'm going to worm forward. I'm going to go to the left, and I'm going to worm to the left and slide. Then I'm going to go backwards. A couple quick breaststrokes, get my legs back underneath me, then I'm going to pass. Okay, so I'm going in every direction. You can start it in any direction. You can start to your left, go forward with the worm, step to your right, and go backwards, and then make the pass. That's not important. It's just using all of those muscles and working a complete box around to move right, left, center, and backwards. Okay? That's going to be the box drill. Then we're going to do some release point drills. You want to vary your release points. When you're passing, it's also going to work when you're shooting. So we're going to vary those release points. The first thing we're going to do is sweep passes. We talked about those when we're watching the 2-meter offensive player do sweep shots. It's the same motion. Your arm is going to be straight. It's going to be parallel to the water. I'm going to catch and sweep pass. Okay? It's going to be in a straight arm pass. Just a quick release. Sometimes you're going to catch the ball and the ball is going to be out here and you need to make a quick pass into set or a quick pass to somebody. So we're just working on a different release point. Could work for inside water shots as well. So we're going to do some sweep passes. We're going to do wraparounds. Talked about that good field blocking position defensively. If I'm a shooter, I might want to wrap around that arm to shoot or pass to another player. So I'm going to step in, wrap around the arm, and pass the ball. Again, I'm going to try to keep my body under, my legs underneath me. I'm going to wrap around the arm and make the pass. Next thing we're going to do is fades. I'm going to catch, and I'm right-handed, so I'm going to go to my left. I'm going to fade to my left onto my side, almost like the layout that the 2-meter offensive player did. I'm going to roll to my side, and then I'm going to make the pass over here. I'm going to extend the ball away. Why am I doing this? Maybe there's a defender coming from my right-hand side. I can't set up in a perfect three-point or triple threat position because the defender is going to get to my elbow. So I'm going to fade to my side, extend the ball away from the defender, and make a pass. Again, these are drills that I'm going to vary your release points so that in a game situation, you'll be able to make that pass no matter what the situation is. The last one we're going to do is just an arc release point drill. And all I'm going to do is go in a semicircle around and use all of those release points. First, I'm going to go wide and make a pass. And when I get it back, I'm going to go maybe at a 45-degree angle. Then I'm going to go straight over the top. Then I'm going to come to my left side, and then I might fade to make that pass, okay? So I'll start off wide, then a 45, then over the top. Then I'll go off of my opposite ear to make a pass, and then I'll fade and make the pass. So I've covered an entire arc of release points, working on those different things so that when the situation arises and you have to make a pass from a different position from your normal base position, you'll be able to do that. We're just going over the base passing position. They're up in that triple threat position, ball's in a platter behind, elbows high. They're snapping forward with that crunch release, following through and making the pass. So this is your base passing position. Again, elbows high, ball's up, crunch release, ball's in a platter position, those legs are moving, left arm is sculling, off arm is sculling. Snapping forward, making a good hard pass. All right, so we're going the hot man drill, and all the passes are strong side. So the passer is in a good triple threat position, base position. He's getting all the passes to his strong side. Coming right-handed, the balls are coming from his right side. Keeping the ball high and his elbows high and that crunch release. All right, so this is the hot man draw drill. So all the passes are coming from the weak side. The passer is drawing the ball, coming back around into a good triple threat position, and then rotating his body back over to make the pass. Again, he's setting his body before he gets the ball, so he's prepared just to bring the ball behind his head, and he's in a passing and shooting position. All right, so these are the balancing passing drills. We're going to get the guys off balance a little bit and get them back on balance. Going to 180 spin, 180 recovery, body's spinning around and getting into good position to make that pass. Again, the elbows high, balls up, extended, crunch release. He's in that triple threat position. He can pass, he can shoot, he can move as he does a 180 turn. All right, so now, again, it's a 180 reverse, and we're going weak side turns. So he's got to really whip that hip around to get back into that triple threat position. See how he spins completely around, gets back into good position, keeps the ball up above the water, and then crunch release to make that pass. Snapping his body forward to create the torque. Comes all the way around, good body position, spins completely around, faces the pass, and makes a good pass. All right, this is the box drill. Players are going to use all of their motions to go around in a box. They're stepping to their right, worming forward, worm left, worm forward. He's stepping to his right, breaststroke, backstroke, and then recovering and making a pass. Worm forward, step to the right, back with the breaststroke kicks, worms to his left, and then makes the pass. Worm forward, worm sideways, breaststroke backwards, step to the right, comes up and makes a pass. So this is a good drill that focuses on all of those movements, being able to step to your right, backpedal a little bit with those breaststroke kicks, worm to your left, and worm forward. Big breaststroke kicks, backing up, step into the left, worm into the left, making the pass. Worm to the left, back with the breaststroke kicks, worming forward, and making the pass. So these are those release point drills where you're going to vary the release of your pass, right? Right here we have that sweep pass, very similar to the 2-meter offensive player sweep shot. Straight arm, it's coming parallel to the water. They're making a sweep pass. Good straight arm, parallel to the water, sweeping that pass over. All right, so right now we're gonna just go a wraparound pass. The defense is in the way, and the guys are gonna come up and wrap the ball around him. Again, this is just varying those release points. Field blocker's up in that position, and the passer is just wrapping the ball around the arm. Almost a sidearm, somewhat of a sweep a little bit there. Stepping out and wrapping the ball around the arm. All right, so this is again another release point. They're gonna fade to their left. All of these passers are right-handed, so they're gonna fade to their left, to their weak arm, and then kind of pass the ball over the top of their head. So they're fading to their left, shooting the ball kind of over the top of their ear. Again, just another release point. It's not that perfect triple threat position, but again, there's going to be times where you have to extend the ball away from the defense and create a shooting lane for yourself. So they're fading to their left and making a pass over the top of their ear. All right, so we're gonna go an arc drill here where they're gonna release from multiple points. So really wide release of a 45-degree over the top of the head. Now he's gonna come over to the left side of his body. Changing up those release points. Really wide, about a 45-degree over the top of the head. Coming back over to the left, fading to the left. Again, just changing up that release point as you pass. Good way to establish different ways to pass the ball and to be able to work in an environment that's not completely perfect. Right now we're going to focus on shooting skills. The base position for the shooting is exactly that of the base position for passing. You want to be in a triple threat position. As I said, you want to be able to pass, shoot, and move at all times when you have the ball. So I want my elbow high. I don't want to drop my elbow. As I drop my elbow, if I shoot, the ball is going to tend to go low to high and over the cage. So I want to stay in a good balanced position. I want my weak arm sculling in the water to hold myself up at a good height. You don't want to be too high that it's uncomfortable. You also don't want to be too low that you aren't able to shoot around or over the arms of the goalie or the defenders. And I want my legs to be moving because I want to be mobile. And then I want that ball back and my wrist to be really loose so that when I release the ball, I can snap that wrist. Releasing the ball, again, is the same thing. As I release, I want to try to get a breaststroke kick to elevate my body as well as propel it forward. I want to crunch release, so I want to snap my body forward, again, allowing me to create some pace on the ball. In the water, we have a dynamic that there's nothing to really plant yourself on. If you're a baseball pitcher, you can plant yourself on the ground and step forward to throw. That's where you're going to get a lot of your torque. In the water, there isn't that land to push off of, and that's going to be your legs and it's going to be your core. So I'm going to crunch forward and go forward just like I would be throwing a baseball and stepping forward. Okay, that's that crunch release. I'm snapping my wrist as I do it. It's all one big motion. And then I'm going to, as I come forward, I'm going to try to recover my legs underneath me back into a good position as quickly as possible so that I can react to what happens next. If the ball goes in the cage, fantastic. If it doesn't, I'm going to need to play defense, and I can't just float in the water and watch my shot. Some other important points are to position your body before you get the ball. And what I mean by this, let's say I'm shooting in this direction and the ball's coming from over here. If I position my body like this and I catch the ball here, in order to shoot in this direction, I'm going to have to spin my entire body around in order to shoot. Okay? I want to prepare myself before the ball comes. Again, back to those principles on defense. Where's the ball? Where's my man? What's going on in my area? What's going on at 2 meters? If I know where the ball is, I can position myself already to catch the ball. So if the ball's coming from this side, I'm already setting my hips and my body into a position so that if I catch it, all I have to do is bring the ball back to that high elbow position, and I'm in a position to shoot immediately. As opposed to, again, as I described, if I position myself here, I got to catch, and then I've got to pull my hip all the way around. That's going to take time and allow your goalie to recover into better position. Now I'm going to contradict myself a little bit here and say that you have to be able to shoot on and off balance. We talked about the base position and to always be in a triple threat position. Well, there's going to be times in a game where your defense is going to dictate your ability to be in a nice base position shooting the ball. What I mean by that, again, is maybe there's a defender coming from my right side. Well, I'm not going to be able to shoot right here if there's a defender right there to hit my elbow. I might have to step to my side and shoot this way. Or if a defender's coming from my left, I might have to step this way to shoot around an arm or to avoid the defender. So I'm going to have to develop those shots. Don't sit and just shoot in a bubble. You need to create situations for yourself in practice or on your own that mimic game situations, and it's not always going to be a perfect world. You're going to have to shoot a little bit off balance. There's going to be times where you have to take a shot. The shot clock dictates that, and you might not be in the best position as far as your body goes. You just got to get the best shot on goal that you possibly can. And the next thing is going to be, again, a basic basketball premise: move with and without the ball. Okay? If I'm going to be a shooter, I don't want to stay in the exact same spot, because the goalie will set on me and my defender will set on me. I want to move with the ball. If I have the ball in my hand, I'm going to move to my left to create a passing or a shooting lane, or I'll move to my right to create a passing or a shooting lane. I will, off of a pass, I might pass the ball and then slide to my left to catch the ball and be able to shoot quickly. Slide to my right. I want to move with and without the ball, because I don't want the goalie to be able to set and be completely squared up on me when I release the ball. Okay, so you're going to have to be able to move with and without that ball in order to create those new passing and new shooting lanes. We're going to walk through some outside shooting drills. First, we're just going to warm up with a catch and shoot drill. We're going to go strong side and draws. First, strong side. I'm just going to catch the ball. I'm right-handed again. Ball's going to come from my right side. I'm going to catch it strong side, get into that good base position, crunch release, shoot the ball. Just a good warm-up drill. Then I'm going to go draws. Ball's going to be coming from the weak side. Again, I'm right-handed. It's going to come from the left. If I was left-handed, ball would be coming from the right. I'm going to catch the ball, draw, set my body quickly into triple threat position, crunch release, breaststroke kick to explode up, and release that ball and shoot. That's just going to be our warm-up drill. Then we're going to do some sliding, some movement shooting drills. Remember that warm-up movement drill that we did, the worm? We're going to use that now. I'm going to pick up the ball, and I'm going to worm forward to cover some water, get my legs back underneath me, come up, and shoot the ball. Then I'm going to worm to the side. I'll get up, slide, worm to the side, get my legs back underneath me, and release the ball to shoot. Next drill we're going to do is a strong side step. So it's very difficult for me to worm to my right as a right-hander because I don't have that offhand to really surf through the water, and I don't want to bring it in front of my body. So what I'm going to do when I'm going to my right is I'm going to take a big step, side step. So we're going to do a strong side step shot. Get the ball, lock, maybe a fake, step to my right, get my legs back underneath me, and release the ball. The next one we're going to do is we're going to pass and get the ball back off of a pass. So we talk about the basics of shooting. You always, and perimeter driving, is you want to move without the ball and with the ball. So the worms, the sides, the side worm, forward worm, the steps are moving without the ball, creating a new passing or shooting lane. Pass and slide, I'm going to pass the ball. Let's say I pass it to my strong side, to my right, and then I'm going to slide to my left, receive the ball back, and shoot it. I've created a new passing lane or a shooting lane. My defense is going to have to react to me moving. If they react too far, I might have an entry pass to 2 meters. If they don't react far enough, I'll have a shot on the cage. So I'm going to pass and slide. I'm going to do that to the strong side. I'm also going to do it to the weak side, to my left. I'll pass and step, draw the ball, get into position, and shoot the ball, creating a new passing or shooting lane. The next drills we're going to do are going to be focused on shooting versus throwing. What I mean by that is a lot of kids, big strong kids, they can throw the ball very, very hard. And they end up getting into a situation where that's all they do. They just pick up the ball and throw it at the cage and hope for the best. There's not a whole lot of forethought thinking involved in their shooting. So we're going to go through a couple different shots, try to help them with that. The first one's a hesitation or a hezi. And what you're going to do, again, you're in that base position, you're faking the goalie, you're going to lock the ball in a shooting position and hesitate just for a second, trying to commit the goalie coming up, and instead of bringing the ball back to release it again, you lock it, hold it, and then quickly snap through. That crunch, core body strength is going to be the propulsion for the ball. I have the ball up, I lock it, hesitate for just a second, and then snap through with a shot. Hopefully, I screw up the timing of the goalie a little bit on that hesitation shot. The next ones are going to be misdirection. So we'll go fade left, shoot right, or fade right, shoot left, depending on what hand. I'm right-handed again, so I'm going to fade left, shoot right. I'm going to have the ball. We talked about that fade passing and releasing, so I'm going to extend the ball away and up over my head. I'm going to try to get the goalie to commit. As I move my body, the goalie's going to think that I'm shooting towards the left side of the cage as I face the cage. And then I'm going to bring the ball back to the right side of the cage. So I'm fading to my left and shooting to my right. The next one is going to be a step. So I'm going to step to my right, shoot to my left. Or if I'm left-handed, step to my left and shoot back to the right. Again, creating a motion that commits the goalie to thinking that I'm going to go to the right side of the cage, and then I'm bringing it back to the left side of the cage. The next drill we're going to do is a wraparound. Talked about the field blocking position. How do you get around the field blocker? Well, this wraparound shot is a way to do that. The arm's up and taking away part of the cage, and all I'm going to do is drop down and wrap the ball around the arm to the cage. The goalies are focused on that field blocking arm. That's taking away part of the cage. I'm going to try to negate that and go around that arm and bring it to the spot where the field blocker was supposed to cover the cage. So that's a wraparound. Then we're going to work on some lobs, okay, some soft shots. Key to a lob is committing the goalie to get them out of the water and get them out of position. You're going to want to look at the goalie. What's the situation? Is the goalie too far out of the cage to recover if I throw a soft shot? But I have to sell the lob. I can't just throw it up. If the goalie's a little bit too far out, I'm going to try to commit him with a fake. As they're sliding out, then off of the same look as a hard shot, I'm going to just release the ball and lob it up over the top of them. But the key is, again, to sell that. The lob has to look like your hard shot, or it's really not going to have much of an effect on the goalie. The goalie's going to react to that and be able to recover. So I want to get up big, I want to commit the goalie, and my release needs to look like my hard shot. So we're going to work on some lobs, and then we're going to work on skipping the ball. Again, back to shooting versus throwing. Most kids can skip the ball, but they tend to have a habit of bouncing the ball. So they'll throw it straight down at the water just to make sure it gets off. It's a habit that kind of forms, I think, when you're young, when you're not quite strong enough to skip the ball, but you want to. So you throw it so hard into the water so it does skip. As you get stronger, if you skip it too close to your body, the ball is going to end up skipping over the cage. So what you want to do is find a skip point in front of the cage. It's going to be like maybe a meter and a half outside the cage. What you want to do is skip the ball just in front of where the goalie's hand would be, so that it takes off the water and goes over the top of the goalie's hand as the goalie reacts to the low shot. All right, so I'm going to find that skip point, and I'm going to shoot just like I normally do. I don't need to throw the ball down into the water. I'm going to shoot through the back of the cage. It's just a normal shot, but I'm putting it on the water. Okay, I'm going to get myself in good position. I'm going to find that skip point just like I'd find the corner of the cage that I'm going to shoot at, and that's what I'm aiming at. And I'm going to follow through just like I would a normal shot. The ball is going to take care of itself. It will skip up into those corners or stay low depending on what the water's doing, but you want to find that spot of water that you're going to aim at instead of just picking up the ball and throwing it into the water and not really knowing, hey, based on where I throw this ball, where's the ball going to go? So those are some things that we're going to cover tonight. Warm-up shooting, some sliding and movement shooting, and then the shooting versus throwing, just some different shots that you guys can work on your own to mix it up and make the goalie have to think a little bit while you're playing on the offense. You don't want to just chuck the ball up there and hope for the best. You want to think it through and become a shooter versus a thrower. The next shooting drill we're going to do is a driving shooting drill. We're going to focus on the driver, the motion of your offense. The driver, as we talked about, your job description is to create motion, establish position, help the offense flow. We're going to do some driving shooting drills tonight. The first one's going to be a backdoor quick. So remember, defensively, defensive players in the passing lane. I'm going to go backdoor on the defensive player, hopefully trying to get them to spin, reverse spin, turn their back to me. Then I'm going to cut back out, catch the ball and shoot. So I'm going to make a hard stroke backdoor. The defensive player reacts to that motion, and I'm going to step back out to catch the pass and shoot it. So it's a backdoor quick backdoor move, step back out based on my ability to get the defense to react backwards. Second drill we're going to do is a give and go. I'm going to have the ball locking and attacking my defender. When the defender attacks me, tries to close out on me with the ball, I'm going to pass the ball, and I'm going to pull by the defensive player and swim inside and look for the ball. So I'm going to give and go. Lock, defense closes out, I pass, push the defense with my off arm, my skull arm, out of the way, swim inside, and look back for the ball. Okay? Give and go. The next drill is going to be a 90-degree cut. So I'm going to go backdoor like I did with the backdoor quick, but I'm not going to pop back out. I'm going to go backdoor hard, bear into the defensive player, and cut out at a 90-degree angle to try to catch the ball and shoot it. So I'm cutting at that 90-degree angle. Give a little example here. Here's the offense. Ball is over here for a pass. Defense. I'm going to cut in and out at a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to get a pass for a shot. Okay? That cut is going to establish some space for me to shoot the ball. Okay? I'm trying to get out quickly and create a little bit of opening, a little bit of space to shoot the ball. The next shots we're going to do are inside water shots. Okay? So I'm going to be inside water a lot of times as a driver, or at the end of a transition or counterattack, I'm going to be inside water. I got to find a way to shoot the ball. If I'm swimming, okay, so I'm horizontal and I'm swimming, and there's a defender on my back, I can't come up again into that triple threat position because the defender is going to be able to get a hold of the ball or get a hold of my arm. So I got to find ways to shoot from a horizontal position. The first shot we're going to do is a push shot. I'm going to be swimming with the ball. I'll get my hand on the ball, as we did in the ball handling drills, where I'm swimming with the ball, and I'm going to push the ball forward. I'm going to drop my thumb underneath the ball. My elbow is going to be high, and I'm going to push the ball forward. Okay? Thumb underneath, elbow high, push the ball forward to the shot. I can do this shot while I'm swimming, while I'm horizontal, and not have to come up into the vertical and allow the defense to get close to me. The next drill we're going to do is a weak shoulder seal. If I get inside water and I get a hold of the ball, I'm going to seal the defender with my weak shoulder here, and I'm going to hold the ball out in front, keeping the ball away, extending the ball away from the defender. I'm going to keep the defender away with my weak arm, and I'm going to come at the goalie with the ball extended. I'm going to be close to the cage on a shot like this because I'm not going to get a whole lot of power, because as you see, I'm not in a really great outside shooting position. So I'm facing the ball, I'm facing the goalie, I'm holding my defender off with my weak shoulder, and I'm looking for a quick wrist shot into the cage. Very similar to those quarter turns or half turns that our 2-meter men were using earlier. The next one's going to be a rollover or a layout. So again, I'm swimming, I'm horizontal in the water, and I'm swimming in front of the cage. I'm not able to pick the ball up and get into triple threat position again because there's a defender behind me. I'm going to grab the ball and swim with it, and then I'm going to roll over, taking my eye off the cage for just a second and looking back at my defender, and I'm going to do that layout move, getting my leg up in the air, extending the ball away from the defender, and shooting the ball. It's a quick kind of corkscrew motion, rolling over. As I swim, I put the ball in the water and I corkscrew, roll over, lay out, and shoot the ball on my side. Okay, I'm on one hip, my legs are high, I'm sculling out here with the ball, or with my offhand, and I'm extending the ball away from the defender. So even if they're chasing hard, I can still get that shot off on the cage in a hurry. All right, the last drills we'll do is a second move drill. So the defense has position at the end of a transition or in the front court offense, but I'm going to get them to commit very hard to me, and I'm going to take a second move inside water. Similar to that give and go, I'm going to do, the first one we're going to do is a worm inside. So the defense is chasing me at an angle, and I'm going to get up big, and as they lunge at me to close out, I'm going to worm inside and now establish inside position. All right, once I'm inside, I'm going to use one of these shots, maybe a push shot, maybe a weak shoulder seal. But to get inside water, I'm going to come up big like I'm shooting. As the defense makes that commitment to me, I'm going to worm back inside water and then work from there. The second move is going to be a reverse spin. Same concept, I'm going to come up big like I'm shooting it. As the defense commits to the ball, I'm going to reverse spin to come inside water. And then I'm going to work on what's my shot, push shot, weak shoulder shot, quick sweep shot, something to get the ball off. And the third one's going to be an up and under. So I'm going to come up big again, and as the defense comes to me more towards the base of my body, I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to go down and try to grab around the back of the defensive player and go underneath, putting the ball in the water and sliding inside. So I'm up, and then I'm going to come down and reach around the back, turn inside water, and now come up for a shot. So that's going to be your up and under. All right. The keys for driving and inside water shots are twofold. One, it's not going to be a perfect world. You're going to be off balance. You're going to have to do things quickly. You can't catch and fake. You're going to have to catch and shoot. You're going to have to be creative, and you're going to have to be tough. Once you're inside water, again, not a perfect world, you're going to have to find a way to get the ball on goal. Okay? The defense is behind you. The offense assumes you're going to take the shot. You're going to have to find a way to get it on the cage and see what happens from there. And you're going to have to be tough. You can't lose your legs. You've got to keep your legs underneath you. You've got to keep those leg RPMs going, and you've got to come up big, be tough, and get that shot off. All right? So those are the keys to the driving and inside water shooting, and we're going to go out to the pool and go through all the shooting drills right now. So let's get to work. All right, this is just a good warm-up shooting drill. This is catch and shoot. They're gonna catch a ball strong side and a fade. Okay, a strong side and a draw shot. Gonna catch the ball strong side, set themselves in that base shooting position, crunch, release, and shoot. Strong side, catch, crunch, release. And now they're gonna get a weak side draw, catch, and shoot. Setting their body, you see how their elbows are high. They're in that triple threat position, crunching forward to create the pace on the shot. All right, so first, strong side, crunch, and shot. And a weak side draw, crunch, and shot. That crunch is really creating that power as the shooter is breaststroking and then snapping their torso forward. So again, strong side catch, snap, that crunch release, weak side draw, crunch release. Elbows high, above the head, good high release point, snapping through. Legs are moving quickly. Weak arm is sculling. You get good height. Weak side draw. Snapping that shot forward, getting all the pace on it. Strong side catch. Snapping forward. And a weak side draw. Snapping forward. Good high elbow. Good release position. All right, so now we're gonna go that worm forward. They're worming forward, getting their legs back underneath and shooting. So you're creating space. Moving forward quickly, surfing that water, getting up and shooting. They're gonna worm forward, get up, legs back underneath them. So again, you see how they dive forward with that weak arm, body surfing the water, and then they're pulling their legs back underneath them so that they can get up and get a good hard shot. Up, worm forward, reset, shoot. Up, use that momentum. So you're using your height, you're using the momentum of coming down to slide forward, to worm forward, and then get your legs back underneath you, come back up for a good hard shot. All right, so this is the worm sideways, worming to their left, establishing a new shooting or passing lane, and then getting themselves back into that good shooting position, shooting the ball. Coming up, worming to their left, creating a new shooting lane or a passing lane, and then taking a shot. So they're going from the goalie's left to the goalie's right, creating a new shooting lane, getting back on their legs, getting back into a shooting position. See how the ball's always up, so it's ready to be shot as they slide and create that new shooting lane. Sliding to the left, worming to the left, getting up, and a good hard shot. All right, last one. Up, worm to the left, create that new shooting lane, good hard shot. Okay, so this is that strong side step drill. Shooter's gonna get up and step to his right. Again, creating that new shooting lane, forcing the goalie to move with him, forcing the defense to move with him as he steps to his right, keeping the ball up so that they're always in a good shooting position. Always able to shoot quickly if the goalie makes a mistake. Step into the right, good hard fake, get the goalie out of position, and take that shot. Being mobile laterally. And again, big step with that right leg, pulling their body to the right, changing their shooting position, creating a new shooting lane. So it's that right leg is really pulling the body to the right and snapping. Off arm is working hard, sculling, keeping the ball high and in a shooting position. Right leg's really pulling the body, left arm is sculling, ball's in a shooting position. All right, so these are the shooting versus throwing drills. Okay, so we're gonna do the hesitation shot right now. Shooter fakes, locks, hitches a little bit, and then crunch releases the ball. So they're gonna come forward with a hard motion to commit the goalie, and then snap that ball off in a hesitation fashion. Trying to get the goalie to commit a little bit on the fake, and then not bring the ball all the way back to release it. Good, solid, hard fake. Puts the ball forward, but not so far forward that they can't shoot it, and then they snap it off. See how their elbow's always high. They're in that good base shooting position. Snapping off, locking the goalie, and then snapping forward really quickly. Just a quick little hesitation on the fake that'll get the goalie to come up a little bit, and then you can shoot it by him. The shooter is going to catch the ball, worm in, so you're going to see that move as they worm closer to the cage, come back up, lock the goalie, get the goalie to commit forward, and then throw a lob. Nice soft shot. You're trying to get the goalie up with a big hard move and a big hard fake, and then just have a nice soft shot over the top of the goalie's hands into the cage. So in this drill, these guys are catching the ball and worming closer to the cage, catch and worm forward, coming up big and throwing a lob over the top, just trying to cut the ball just over the top of the goalie's fingertips. Worming forward, coming up big, committing the goalie, and then trying a lob shot. Lob shot should look very similar to your normal release of your hard shot because you want the goalie committing forward. You want to have it look and feel just like your hard shot. Committing the goalie again, you want to get the goalie up and moving forward so that you can lob the ball over the top into the empty water behind the goalie. It's a touch shot, soft shot, but again, taking advantage of the goalie's commitment forward towards the shooter. All right, next shooting drill is going to be that misdirection shots. The shooters are going to fade to their left and shoot back to their right, trying to get the goalie to move with their body motion, and then they're going to bring the ball back to the other side of the cage. Again, commit the goalie with a big body motion, and then the ball comes back to the other side of the cage. So they're fading left, shooting right now. All of these are right-handed shooters again. If it's a left-handed shooter, you can fade to your right, shoot to your left. So big body motion to the left, trying to commit the goalie, and then they're shooting back to the right side. All right, again, we're going to go misdirection shot here. This is going to be stepping, a strong side step to the right, and then bring the ball back to the left. Trying to commit that goalie to that body motion, to the strong body motion. Get the goalie sliding, and then go back against the grain with the shot. Good, hard, strong step to the right, shoot back to the left. And thinking while you shoot. Trying to get the goalie to react to you instead of just throwing the ball at the cage. As a shooter, you'd like to dictate to the goalie what's going to happen. It's not going to happen every time, but if you think it through and try to get the goalie to react to your body motions, you can shoot some misdirection shots that'll be successful. Now we're going to go a wraparound. We're going to put a field blocker in front of the shooter so you'll be able to see the shooter come around the arm and shoot. Field blockers matching hands as we talked about. trying to get high and prevent the ball from coming to the cage. The shooter's just stepping around and wrapping the ball around that field block arm. Good height, again, same base shooting position. Elbows high, balls up, left arm sculling. You got those leg RPMs going. And the shooter's able to wrap that ball around the arm and into the side of the cage where the goalie's expecting the field blocker to cover. All right, so now we're gonna go skip shots. You're gonna see the shots are gonna look just like a normal outside shot. You're gonna find that skip point in front of a little bit in front of the goalie, skip that ball through the back of the net. Common mistake for players is when they're young, they're forced to really slam that ball into the water, and that's gonna force the ball to go over the top. As you get bigger and stronger, all you really need to do is shoot a normal shot, trying to skip it right in front of the goalie's hands so that it comes off the water and goes over the top of the hands. Same motion, good base position. Offhand is sculling, ball is high, snapping down and just skipping the ball off the water. All right, so these are the driver movement shooting drills. So the first one is gonna be the backdoor release, quick shot. So you're gonna do a hard backdoor release, step back out, catch, and shoot. Okay, so you're forcing the defense to react to you, back up, and then you're gonna step back out for a quick catch and shoot. Hard backdoor release, step back out on your legs, catch and shoot quick. You're not gonna have much time to fake the ball, because the defense is gonna be recovering and closing out. But with this release, you're gonna get the defense to back up, step back out, catch, and shoot. Quick backdoor release, get the defense to react, stepping back, quickly catching the ball and shooting. You can use your off arm here to push off a little bit if you can get a hold of the defensive player's back. Shove off again to just create a little bit more space. Stepping back out, quick explosive moves. So you see as the drivers, these guys are very explosive. They'll dive inside, they're not swimming first. Their first move is a big explosive lunge or a breaststroke kick to get inside position. Then they're snapping back out, recovering their legs and being able to shoot quickly. Quick back door, defense reacts, catch, shoot. All right, so again, these are the driver movement shooting drills that we went through. This is the give and go. So the offensive player's faking, give and go, get the pass back and a shot. All right, offense is faking. As the defense closes out, he gives and goes, catches the ball quickly and shoots. So again, he's making that pass, stepping inside, creating some space, getting the ball right back for a shot. Right as the defense closes out, he uses that momentum forward to go around the defense, catch and shoot. Offense has the ball up, gives and goes, shooting. As they do the give and go move, the offense is kind of opening up their shoulders wide and letting the defense slide through. And they're snapping inside water, getting a little push off on the defense and looking for the ball right back. Ball's up and locked. As the defense closes out, they step around, look for the ball right back for a shot. Locked, defense closes out, offense goes back inside, looks for the ball. All right, so right now we're gonna go those inside water shooting drills. The first one we're gonna do is the push shot. So they're gonna swim in, defenders on their back. They're not able to pick the ball up into a base shooting position because there's a defender right behind them, can get their elbow, attack the ball. So they're gonna have to shoot the ball off the water. This is gonna be a quick push shot, rotating your thumb underneath the ball and then pushing the ball towards the cage. All right, here we go. Go. Offense is swimming in, gets the ball, thumb under the ball, elbows high, push the ball at the cage. Again, as you'll see, the defender's on their back. They're not able to pick that ball up and extend it back by their head, so they're gonna shoot the ball quickly. Thumb under the ball, elbows high, push the ball at the cage. As a driver, as a counterattack player, when you get inside water, sometimes you just have to get the ball off on the goal. So you see his hips are up, they're high on the water. He's got that good position where he's mobile, okay? He's egg beatering, his butt's up in front of the defender, kind of keeping position in front of him. Gets that ball, drops his thumb underneath the ball, elbow gets high, and he pushes the ball at the goal. All right, again, inside water shooting. This is gonna be a weak shoulder seal. Defense is on the offense's back. The offense is gonna stop, seal with that weak shoulder, bring the ball away from the defender, holding it away, extending the ball away so the defender can't get a hold of the elbow or get a hold of the ball. And it's gonna be a quick wrist shot, just trying to find an opening to the cage. Swimming in, stops, gets into that base, kind of 2-meter offense position, sealing off with the weak shoulder, stepping towards the cage, extending the ball away from the defense. Pulls up, gets in that chair position of a 2-meter man, works inside, extending that ball away. And again, when they seal with that left shoulder, they're in good 2-meter offensive position. They're in that swivel chair, their legs are underneath them, they're holding off the defender with their weak shoulder, and they're just gonna go a quick wrist shot trying to get the ball on the goal. Seals off, stays on his legs are pumping, he doesn't want to get pushed underwater, working real hard, trying to get close to the cage and just get a quick wrist shot on goal. Again, inside water shots, you gotta be tough and you gotta be creative. You can't let the defense push you under, and you gotta, again, just try to get a shot off. All right, so again, inside water, and we're gonna do a rollover shot. So the offense is swimming in, they're gonna get the ball, rotate their hand underneath, do a complete kind of barrel roll, corkscrew, to gain some separation from the defense, extend the ball away from the defense, and then get a shot off. So as they grab that ball, pull the ball underneath, get the ball underneath, and then he's spinning, corkscrewing away from the defense, resetting his legs, extending the ball away from the defender, keep the ball away so he can't get a hold of your elbow or attack the ball, and put your torso and your legs in between the ball and the defender. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do on those inside water shooting drills is that second move. We talked about the second move, worm. So as they come towards the cage, the defense is gonna be chasing them on an angle. The offense is gonna get up big. As the defense closes out, the offense is gonna worm back inside water and then work for an inside water shot. So he comes up high and then steps back inside, and now he's working for a shot. We're not gonna focus on the specific shot right now. We're gonna focus on that second move to get inside water. Once you're inside water, again, as I said, be creative and be tough. Stay on your legs. Don't let the defense push you under. Work for a shot. Find a way to get the ball at the goal. So the offense is gonna come in and he's gonna time his move, step back inside, work for that inside water shot. So he steps up, gets up big, defense reacts, comes back underneath with that worm move, comes inside water, gets a shot off on cage. You're not always going to be successful with these shots, but as I said, you got to be creative and you got to be tough. You got to find a way to get the ball on goal. You can't lose the ball. You can't get it stolen. You're inside position, work for that shot, and finish on the goal. The second move drill we're going to do is a reverse spin. So again, the offense is going to come in, come up, and then spin back inside with a reverse spin move to gain inside position. And then again, like I said, you're on your own, try to find a way to get the ball on cage. You can use the weak shoulder seal move. You can use a push shot. Offense comes up big and then spins back inside and now is sealed with his left shoulder, creates some separation and gets a hard shot. Offense comes in, comes up big, reverse spin, back inside position, gets a shot off on cage. Commit that defense. Again, like the give and go, the offense is using the defense's momentum against him. Defense is reacting to the shooter coming up, looks like he's going to shoot, reacts to the ball, and the defense uses that momentum to come back inside water and create an inside water close shooting opportunity. Up, reverse spin, offense is inside water, good push shot into the cage. The last inside water, second move drill we're going to do is an up and under. Offense is coming down, defense beats him to the spot, offense comes up big to shoot, drops the ball down, spins inside water. Okay, so again, using that defensive player's momentum. The defensive player is attacking the ball, you're coming up big, then dropping down, trying to get your left arm underneath the back and spinning inside. Big aggressive fake to shoot, commits that defender to come at you, and then you're going to use that momentum against him. Comes up hard, up, and then under, strong side spin, and now he's got an inside water shot. Here we go again, big aggressive fake move, and then inside, using the offhand to spin and get that shot off. All right, we're going to focus right now on 2-meter offense. We'll begin with base position, solid fundamental position for the 2-meter offensive player. First thing is you're in a position like you're in a swivel chair. Okay, I'll grab a chair right here, and you're sitting down in that chair with your legs underneath your shoulders. Okay, your shoulders are slightly hunched, your arms are parallel with the top of the water, and they're sculling, and your legs are moving quickly. Okay, you don't want to be like you're in a lounge chair where you're way back like this and your legs are out in front of you. Okay, so you're not going to be able to hold off the defender. You're not going to be in a good position of strength. When your legs are underneath you, you'll be able to hold off that defender who's behind you, okay? Because your base will be much stronger than if your legs are way out in front of you, or conversely, if your legs are behind you and you're out in a position where you're in front of your legs. Okay, the defender again will be able to push you down more easily. You won't be able to get up high to show that the defender is pushing on you. Okay, so you have to get into that good solid base position like you're sitting in a swivel chair and you're able to move. The job description for a 2-meter offensive player, just like it is for the 2-meter defensive player, you want to establish and hold ball side position. I want to create a passing lane for the perimeter players. So if I'm going to seal my defender and the ball is over here, I want to create a good, solid, wide target for the ball to come in to open water. Okay? I don't want the defender around on the side of me so that they can get their hand on the ball. I want to hold them off, get them behind me, keep them behind me, and give my player a good, solid target to enter the ball into me. Okay? So that's your job, is to continue to try to establish and hold ball side position and create that target for the passers on the perimeter. What do you need to know as a 2-meter offensive player? I need to know where the ball is, obviously. The only way I can establish and hold ball side position is if I know where the ball is. I also need to know where the goal is. And what I mean by that is this goal is behind me, the whole board is the goal. Well, I'm going to change how I move or potentially the shot I'll take based on if I'm on the right side of the goal, the left side of the goal, if I'm dead center in the middle of the goal, and then also where am I as far as distance from the goal. Am I 2 meters right in front of the cage? Am I at 4 meters? Am I at 6 meters? All of this is going to change how I play the position and whether I continue to battle or if I swim back into the 2 meters. It's called 2-meter man or 2-meter offensive player for a reason. You want to get as deep into the offensive attack zone as possible. Ideally, you are at 2 meters and the defender is behind you. That way any shot only has to go a certain distance and you increase your ability and frequency of scoring goals. Okay? Some of the skills that you'll need to have as a 2-meter offensive player, one is turn, spin, and seal. Let's pretend that I have a defender and I'm facing the defender. So I'm going face to face with the defender and I'm going to anticipate the ball movement to the side of the pool that I'm going to establish position on. So I'm going to take my inside arm, the closest arm to the goal. The goal again is the board right now. And as the ball moves to the attack side over here on my right, I'm going to take that inside arm and I'm going to spin, turn and spin into the defender, sealing them off with my left arm, and then establish that position, good base position, and a target for the pass to come in. Okay? So I'm going to turn, spin in, and seal off the defender and give a target for that pass. Okay? Once I have position, and I've got the defender behind me, I might have to do what we'll call a lateral slide, where if the defender tries to come around my left shoulder, I'm going to slide to the left and try to hook them back and keep them behind me. If they try to come around my right shoulder, I'm going to slide to the right and try to keep them behind me. Again, maintaining that passing lane for my perimeter defenders. I also might have to reverse spin. Let's say if the defender takes a wide angle around me. Now I might not be able to just step out this way because the defender has taken a wide angle and stayed away from me, not avoiding contact. So I might, as the defender swims around my left, I might reverse spin, do a complete 360, and reestablish that ball side passing lane for my perimeter defenders. Or they're coming around the right side, and again, I swim, take a freestyle stroke with my left, and spin back around, again sealing off the defender and maintaining a passing lane for my perimeter players. So that's what we're going to focus on as far as the 2-meter offense. We'll do a lot of drills on how to establish that position, working on the muscle memory of how to spin and seal depending on where that defender is going and how you can continue to maintain that good ball side position and create a passing lane for your teammates to give you the ball and get ejections and goals. First thing we're going to show is 2-meter offense base position. The offensive player is in that swivel chair position with his legs underneath him. His arms are sculling and they're parallel with the top of the water. His shoulders are slightly hunched, trying to keep the defender behind him. Okay? So that's base position, 2-meter offense. Let's switch offense and defense. Let Trent get into that position. Okay, so I'm in a chair. My legs are moving, my arms are sculling on parallel with the water, and I'm looking to be lateral and keep the defender behind me. Okay, we're going to go turn, spin, and seal drill, where the offensive player is face to face with the defense, and you're going to take your inside arm, the arm closest to the cage is behind them, which will be his left arm. He's going to go inside arm to the outside armpit, turn, spin, and seal to maintain that base position. All right, so go Thomas. Turn, spin, and seal, and now he's back into base position. All right, that's good. Switch. So again, he's face to face, and then the ball moves, turn, spin, and seal, and give that target for the passers, perimeter passers, to throw the ball into set. Let's go through it one more time. Forcing it, turn, spin, and seal. There you go. All right, switch. Turn, spin, and seal. Right now we're going to have the offensive player is fronted, and the ball is going to move around the perimeter. The offensive player is going to anticipate the ball movement. He's going to push the defensive player out at kind of a 45-degree angle, anticipate the ball movement, and then turn, spin, and seal, and give a target for the entry pass into 2 meters. All right, let's go. So you're fronted. You're going to push the guy out. Ball's going to swing. Anticipate the pass, turn, spin, and seal, give a target, and the ball comes into 2 meters. Okay? All right, let's reverse it over there. So again, 2-meter offense is fronted. He's going to push the defender out. The ball's going to swing. I'm going to anticipate the pass, turn, spin, and seal, give that target for the entry pass into set. So it's important that you release before the ball is coming into set so you don't get called for an offensive for holding. You want to anticipate the ball movement, turn, spin, and seal, and give the target. All right, so you're fronted, you're going to push him out. The ball's going to swing, turn, spin, and seal, and enter into set. Switch it over. Gonna push the guy out, ball swings, turn, spin, and seal, enter into set. What we're gonna do here is the offensive player's fronted, but we're not gonna wait for the ball to swing. The 2-meter offense is gonna demand ball side here. They're gonna do a fake move back door away from the ball, and then reposition themselves by spinning back in to give the target to the passer. So we'll start with the ball with Joe. He'll just have it. Okay, Thomas is fronted. And then Thomas will go a fake back door and then reposition to give the target to the passer. All right, let's go. Thomas, he fakes a stroke back door, spins back in, and gives a target to 2 meters. So again, get that defender's momentum going back with you, thinking you're gonna try to get an overpass, and then respin back around and give your teammate a target to pass the ball in. So he's being fronted. He's gonna fake back door, spin, reverse spin, back to give a target for the ball. All right, so he's gonna fake back door, respin, give a target, and create that passing opportunity for the perimeter. Again, trying to get the defense to follow your momentum, and then reverse spin, and you have position and an entry pass. So we don't have to always wait for the ball to swing around to the side of the 2-meter offense. You can also demand ball side and try to reposition yourself and give a passing lane. All right, we're gonna do some behind position drills to hold your offensive position. Right now, we're just gonna do a lateral slide on the offense, and what he's gonna do is as the defender tries to go around his left shoulder, he's gonna laterally slide to his left. As the defender tries to go around his right shoulder, he's gonna laterally slide to his right, holding the defender behind him with that arm, either the right arm or the left arm. All right, so you're in good base position. Defender comes around the left, I'm gonna slide to the left. Defender comes around the right, I'm gonna slide to the right. Left, slide to the left, right, slide to the right. So again, the offense is coming around to the right, he's gonna slide to the right. Left, he's gonna slide to the left. He's doing that egg beater kick and kicking and laterally sliding to keep the defender behind him. As the ball moves, he's stepping to his left and right. All right, the next positioning drill we're gonna do, it's gonna be the same concept, but instead of laterally sliding, we're gonna reverse spin to regain that position. So now the defender's gonna come around his shoulder and the offensive player is actually going to spin to hold position. There we go, to the right. Now the defender comes around to the right and he spins, he resets. Defender comes around the left and he reverse spins. Around to the right, reverse spin. So again, your goal here is to maintain position out to the perimeter passers and give that target into set. So again, we're going to use that reverse spin move that we talked about in our movement drills, and that's going to allow the offensive player to hold position. All right, here we go again. So Thomas goes around the right, goes around the left, and he's spinning. As the ball spins, he's going to slide to that side. So he's reverse spinning to hold position and to create that seal on the defender. So the defender slides around the right and he spins and reseals. He spins and reseals, gets back into that base position quickly, back into that swivel chair with his legs underneath him, holding off the defender. You don't want to be in a lounge chair, you want to be in that good base position with your legs underneath you. Right now we're going to go a couple passing drills. Okay, so there's going to be two basic passing drills. You're in the base position, the ball's going to come in and we're going to do, the first one is going to be a shoulder shrug. Okay, so you're going to take your weak shoulder, the shoulder that's not going to the ball, and snap it back into the defender, attacking the ball and then kicking the ball back out to the perimeter. Okay, so we're going to see Thomas, we're in good base position, the ball enters, he's going to snap back and snap to the ball and kick it out. All right, and then regain that position, ball comes in, snaps, shoulder shrug, and the ball gets kicked back out. Snaps back, shoulder shrug into the defender, attacking the ball, and then kicking it back out. Shoulder shrug, kick out. Back into position, shoulder shrug, kick out. So it's that big snap, shoulder shrug to create some space, force the defender to back up as I attack the ball. As the ball's coming in, I'm attacking it quickly. I don't want to go back first. I want to attack the ball and anticipate the pass into set, attack, and kick it out. Regain my position, shoulder shrug, attack the ball, kick it out. Shoulder shrug, attack the ball, and kick it out. Shoulder shrug, attack the ball, and kick it out. We're going to walk through the 2-meter offense shooting drills we're going to do. The first one is a sweep shot. Again, I'm going to establish good base 2-meter offensive position. I'm in that swivel chair, my legs are underneath me, my shoulders are slightly hunched, my arms are sculling and they're parallel with the top of the water. As the ball comes in, I'm going to anticipate the pass. I'm going to shoulder shrug the defense to gain some separation. So I'm going to snap back and I'm going to attack the ball. I don't want to go backwards away from the ball. I want to attack the ball. So on a sweep shot, I'm going to have base position. The ball's going to come in. I'm going to shoulder shrug, snap out, get a hold of the ball, rotate my hand to the side of the ball, and it's a straight arm shot parallel to the water surface. So I step out, I'm on top of my legs. I'm going to rotate my torso, spin, and throw a straight arm shot. Okay? So again, base position, shoulder shrug, attack the ball, rotate your hand to the side of the ball, and it's a straight arm shot at the cage. You're going to have to do that both right and left. So again, I'm base position, shoulder shrug, attack the ball with my left hand, rotate to the side, and a straight arm sweep shot to the cage, both right and left-handed. Next drill we're going to do is a quarter turn. 90-degree turn, same position, ball comes in, I shoulder shrug to create some separation, I attack the ball, and I do a quarter turn to the inside. All right, and then I'm going to step up, and it's going to be a quick wrist shot at the cage. So shoulder shrug, attack the ball, get it, quarter turn, get your legs back underneath you, you're sealing the defender with your weak arm, and I'm going to come up and do a quick wrist shot. You're close to the cage, you don't need to have to throw it that hard, okay? And again, both left and right. Ball comes in, I grab it with the left, quarter turn, up, and shoot with the left. I can also try to grab the ball with my right. If I'm a right-handed dominant player, I can grab it with my right and quarter turn to here, and then switch hands to shoot the ball. So that's your quarter turn. Third drill we're going to do is a half turn. Similar to the quarter turn, but I'm going to go a 180 instead of that 90-degree turn. Base position, swivel chair, legs are moving, arms are sculling. As the ball comes in, I'm going to attack the ball with a shoulder shrug, get it underneath to the side, and do a half turn inside water. Okay, 180 degrees. Then I'm going to seal with my weak shoulder, get up, and shoot the ball. Okay, again, shoulder shrug attack, half turn, seal, up, and shoot the ball. Again, both right-handed and left-handed. Shoulder shrug attack, half turn, up with the left, and shoot. Okay, so that's the half turn. Now we're going to do layouts. The fourth one is a layout. So I'm right-handed, so I'm always going to go this way when I do a layout, if I have that position. You're going to do it when the defender is siding you. The ball is going to come in, and I want to extend the ball away to get a power shot on cage. So the ball comes in, I might do a quarter turn to here, and then I'm going to step out, roll away, come back up, and shoot the ball. So again, that kind of corkscrew motion as I roll out and lay out to shoot the ball. So again, the ball comes in, I snap to the ball, I lay away from the defender, extend the ball away from the defender because they're going to chase me and I don't want to bring it in front of them so they can get a hold of my elbow or the ball. Extend away, and I'm going to shoot the ball over my head at the cage, and it's a power shot. So we'll see those, and then we're going to do the backhand. Base position. I'm going to shoulder shrug to attack the ball, rotate my hand underneath the ball, lead with my elbow. Okay, it's not a straight arm shot. I'm going to lead with my elbow, and then I'm going to turn my torso to gain that momentum for the ball and shoot it. So I'm stepping out, attacking the ball, rolling my hand underneath the ball, rotating my body, torso back, and throwing a backhand shot. Again, both left and right. I'm going to attack the ball, rotate under, lead with the elbow, shot, backhand. All right, so we'll see those 5 drills and those 5 shots when we get out to the pool. So right now we're going to do a couple basic shooting drills. This is what I call Mikan drill. It's an old basketball term, right? You're going to take right hand and left hand shots inside at the 2-meter position. So they're going to do sweep shots right now. So the key to those sweep shots is going to be a quick explosive move out like what we did with the shoulder shrug. I'm going to attack the ball, anticipate the ball coming in to set. I'm going to attack the ball, I'm going to go out, meet it, grab the ball on the side, and the sweep shot is going to be parallel. Your arm's going to be parallel and straight to the water, all right? And you're going to take it and turn your torso quickly to create the torque and the power towards the cage. All right, let's go. So he's going to attack the ball, straight arm, parallel to the water, quick sweep shot. Okay, and see how he's rolling his hand to the side of the ball as he comes out. It's allowing him to attack, and again, a quick straight arm, parallel to the water shot. Snap will give you the space away from your defender. Get back in that base position, snap out, and a good parallel shot. He's doing all these with his right hand. And now he's going to go to the left. It's important to be able to go to either side. Depending on what the defender's doing, you might have to shoot the ball right or left, so you got to work on both your hands. So he's attacking the ball, good straight arm shot left-handed. Snapping out, attacking the ball with that shoulder shrug to create space, keeping his legs underneath him. Straight arm, parallel to the water, quick sweep shot. Snapping his torso around to create this pace on the ball. See how he spins completely around. Hand is coming out, coming to the side of the ball, and then a parallel shot to the straight arm to the water. All right, the next shot we're gonna do is a quarter turn. The offense is gonna go out and get the ball and do a quarter turn with the ball and then look to explode out, and it's a quick wrist shot. You're sealing the defender off with your weak shoulder and then stepping up, getting your legs underneath you, and then it's a quick wrist shot. You're so close to the cage you don't really need to get a full extension like an outside shot, but again, it's gonna be a quarter turn, get the legs underneath you, and a quick wrist shot. So the ball comes in, he's gonna turn 45 degrees, and then a quick wrist shot. Quarter turn, 45 degrees, quick wrist shot. So he's sealing the defender, quarter turn, quick wrist shot. So he's sealing with that weak shoulder. With this turn, he's sealing with his left shoulder, and that's allowing him to create a little bit of space with the defender. He's going a quick wrist. Step, quarter turn, seal off, quick wrist shot. All right, now he's going to shift over to the left. He's going to do the same thing with his left hand. Again, you got to be able to go to your right and to your left. Now he's going to his left, so he's going to seal off with that left shoulder, shoot with the right arm. 45-degree angle, quarter turn, snap to the ball, quarter turn, seal, quick wrist shot. Shoulder shrug, quarter turn, quick wrist shot. Now he's going to go to his left. Quarter turn, quick wrist shot. Step to the ball, quarter turn, quick wrist shot. So this next shot, we're going to do a half turn. The last one was a quarter turn, 45-degree angle. This is going to be a half turn. You're going to go a complete 180 facing the cage, sealing off with the weak shoulder. And again, it's a quick wrist shot. Okay, I'm going to get the guy completely turned, set my legs, eye contact with the goalie, figure out where the goalie is, and then a quick wrist shot to try to get it by him. Again, the shoulder shrug move, quick turn in, 180, seal off, quick shot. So again, you're trying to seal off with that weak shoulder to create some space between the defender and the ball. You want to extend the ball away from the defender. You don't want to bring it back because he'll be able to get a hold of the hand or a hold of your elbow. Shoulder shrug, 180 turn, quick shot. So again, as you see, he's gone to his right and he's going to his left. 180 turn, sealing off, shot. And you're going to have to be able to go both to the right and to the left, depending on where that defender is guarding you. If the defender's on your right shoulder, you're going to have to come to your left. If the defender's on your left shoulder, you're going to have to go to your right. All right, here we go. Shoulder shrug, 180 turn, seal off, quick shot. Shoulder shrug, 180 turn. So now he's going the opposite way and shooting with his left hand. Being able to shoot both right and left-handed is a very important skill for the 2-meter offensive player. 180 turn, controls the ball, finds the goalie, quick wrist shot. All right, so the next shot we're going to do is a layout. We're going to do this just to the strong side. Both of these 2-meter offensive players are right-handed, so they're going to go to their left. They're going to establish a quarter turn, and then they're going to roll away from the defender for a hard shot. Okay, so this is a layout shot. They're going to do a quarter turn and then lay out away from the defender, trying to extend the ball away from the defender. They're going to rotate onto their back and onto a hip, onto one hip, and then they're going to snap forward with their shot. So the ball comes in, quick quarter turn and then roll away from the defender, lay out away from the defender. This is a power shot, not a quick wrist shot. This is going to be a power shot. See how he's extending the ball away from the defender? As the defender crawls up his body, he's extending the ball away and creating space and then getting a quick shot. You're going to do this when the defense is sided on you, not when they're directly behind you. This is going to be a side defense. I'm going to try to step away from the defense, roll away, and lay out for that quick inside shot. Again, the basics are still the same. You got that shoulder shrug to create the space, snapping out to attack the ball, and then you're doing a little roll to lay out away from the defender and get some good power on a shot. So he's in base position, the shoulder shrug, laying out, and he's got a good power shot. So it's really important as you do the roll away, you're rotating onto your back for a second and onto one hip. Okay, in this instance, the player's rotating onto their back and they're going to be on their left hip to shoot it because they're right-handed players. The player's rotating out onto his left hip, extending the ball away, and then snapping forward with that crunch release to get the power on the shot. Shoulder shrug, extend the ball away, quick crunch release for the shot. Again, good base position. He's going to shoulder shrug, step away, roll, lay out away from the defender, get a good hard shot off. Again, this is a power shot. Extend away, quickly roll, gain a quick eye contact with the goalie, figure out where the goalie is and where your shot is. Shoulder shrug, lay out, quick hard power shot. All right, the last shooting drill we're going to do is the backhand. Again, a drill where the defense is, if he's on your left shoulder, you're going to go with your right hand. If he's on your right shoulder, you're going to go with your left hand. The backhand, again, is a quick and explosive shot. You're going to attack the ball, get the ball underneath, and look to lead with your elbow as you backhand the ball towards the cage. You're going to have to, your arm's going to be parallel with the water, again, similar to the sweep shot. And you're going to spin your body and your torso to create the pace similar to the sweep shot. So he's attacking the ball, spinning, and it's quick backhand behind him. He's not really going to get a good look at the goalie. He's just basically getting the shot off on cage. Knowing where he is, you know, in proportion to the cage, am I to the right, am I to the left, so I know where my shot can go. How far am I out? Ideally, you want to be at the 2-meter spot, so you're as close to the cage as possible. So the ball gets on the goalie as quick as possible and gives you a better chance of scoring. You see how his arm's coming parallel to the water. He's leading with his elbow. Elbow's going at the cage first, and then his torso is spinning around to create that pace. Shoulder shrugs out, leads with the elbow, turns his torso quickly to create the pace. And you see how he snaps his torso through. That's creating the pace on the shot. Again, all of this is starting with that good base position. I'm in that swivel chair. I've got the defender behind me. I'm going to explode at the ball with the shoulder shrug, attack the ball, get it, lead with the elbow, turn my torso, create that pace on the shot. And right now we're going to go to the left hand. This is a right-handed player, but he's got to be able to go both right and left, depending, again, where that defender is. Steps to the ball, leads with the elbow, turns his torso, creates that pace on the shot. The first release we're going to do is a jab step release. The offense is going to go at the defense, force them to drop their hips and start to back up, and then they're just going to step back out to catch a pass. We're using this to move the ball around the perimeter. So right now it's just going to be a one pass, but we're going to get the release and get the ball out. There you go. So now, quick jab step, force the defense to back up. Hard, and then we got to release. Let's go kind of a ball side though move. So you're going to come ball side, just back him up and then come step out. Hard jab step, ball side release, and then he comes back out. So again, I'm going to force the defense to go backwards, and then I'm going to step back out and get the ball so that I can make the next pass or possibly shoot the ball. Quick, hard jab step, ball side, come back up, get that pass. Okay, again, quick jab step, ball side, defense backs up, and now the offense has some separation so we can move that ball to the strike zone. Jab step, defense backs up, step back out, get a good release. Jab step, step back out. All right, now we're moving that ball without getting fouled. Right now we're gonna go crossover, release, okay? The defense and offense are locked up arm in arm. The offense is gonna take the outside arm, chop inside, okay? Cross over the body of the defensive player, chop the arm off, and then use that weak arm as leverage to push off and create some separation, okay? Again, this is a right-handed player. As he crosses over with his left arm, he's going to use that left arm to push off and then step back out to his right arm to be able to move the ball. Okay, crossover, release move. One more. He crosses over, uses that arm to push off a little bit and gets that release. All right, we're going to go the backdoor release. Offense takes a hard stroke backdoor. Defense is way up in the passing lanes. The offense takes a hard backdoor, steps back out, and is able to move the ball. Hard backdoor, defense reacts, offense comes back out. We're trying to move that ball live. We talked about live water polo. I want to be able to get the ball with some space and be able to make the next pass or possibly take a shot. Okay, so we got the backdoor release. Hard explosive move, defense reacts, steps back out, and now we're moving the ball. So again, we're going to do a driver drill here, just the give and go, basic give and go. We're not going to shoot, but the offense is going to attack the defense. As the defense closes out, the offense is going to use the momentum to pull by and then receive the ball back, okay? Establishing inside position. Defense is up, being really aggressive. As the defense closes out, the offense uses that momentum to come back inside and look for the ball back from the player that he passed it to. The give and go move. Defense closes out, use the momentum, use that offhand to pull by the defense, come inside, and then look immediately back to the man you passed the ball to. All right, so now we're gonna go the release and go. So the offense is gonna do a hard release, faking like they're coming back out. As they go back out and the defense reacts, they're gonna come back inside water with that second move. So it's a hard move, step out. As the defense reacts, he comes back inside water and creates. So there's two moves to this. One is the release, and I'm faking it. As I get the defense suckered into believing that I'm gonna release and come back out, defense jumps me, and then I come back in with that second move. Hard move, step out, defense reacts, back inside water, and I've got an inside water shot, possibly a catch and pass back into set, but I've forced the defense into a position where I'm ahead of them. So again, the release and go move here. Hard stroke, step out, defense reacts, back inside water, and now I might have a shot. Or again, force the defense to help off, and now we'll be able to move the ball around the perimeter. Hard move, step back out, and then remove, second move back inside water. All right, right now we're going to focus on the driver. Driver's job is to create motion. The skills that you're going to have as a driver are explosion in your movements. I say explode, don't swim. A good driver is going to have a good first step, just like in basketball or football. And you're not going to get that kind of step just by swimming. You're going to want to use some of those movement drills like the lunging move, where I'm going to explode forward, lunge forward to open water, and then start swimming. So I can create an advantage on the defender before I get into my strokes. Okay? I'm also going to need to be able to hold that advantage. Once I get inside water or establish an advantage, I need to be able to hold that advantage. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to keep my hips up high to try to keep the defense away from my arms so that if the ball comes, I'll be able to do something with it. I might have to use a weak shoulder type of seal where if I get inside water and the ball is there, I can seal the defender with my weak shoulder and go to the ball with my strong arm and try to keep the ball away from the defender so that I can make a pass or make a shot. Keeping that ball away because I'm not going to be able to bring the ball back into a good shooting position because there's a defender right there who will hit the ball out of my hand. I'm going to have tight leg position, meaning if I get inside water, I don't want to dangle my legs in a flutter kick motion. I want to have them up and tight so that I can egg beater and be laterally mobile. Okay, and I also discussed that with the leg RPMs. I want my legs moving, okay? If my legs are not moving, if they're dangling, then I'm not going to be able to be mobile. And I have to be able, as a driver, to move to my right, move to my left, explode forward quickly before the defense can set up or make a move, okay? And we talk about lateral movement. As I said, the job description of a driver is to create motion. We want to force the defense to react to you as the driver. If the defense is paying attention to me as a driver, then they are not paying attention to one of your teammates and they're not paying attention to 2 meters. Okay? So if the ball goes in and the defense is focused on me, that's one less person that can help back and steal the ball or disrupt our offense. So as a driver, I don't want to sit. I'm going to constantly be moving, maybe little movements, maybe large full-on drive-throughs, but I'm going to continually move and be active so that I keep that defender reacting to me and not looking for other places to help. Okay? Force help situations. If I can gain an advantage by exploding inside water, once I'm inside water, the chances are that somebody is going to try to help because I'm closest to the cage. And defensively, you'd like to give away goals further away from the cage and closer to the cage. So if I can force the defense to react to me and force another defender to help back, now I've opened up one of my teammates and the ball can move to either a passing lane or a shooting lane. That's part of my job as a driver. And then I want to create those openings for my 2-meter man. That's the same thing. If I can create movement that opens up water for that 2-meter man that is sealing and giving a passing lane to the perimeter passers, then I've done my job, okay? I've created motion that's opened up free space so that we can get the ball into 2 meters. So it's not all scoring, it's not all drawing ejections, but it is also creating that motion in your offense to keep the defenders busy and to open up opportunities so that your team can play inside out from the 2-meter man out to the perimeter players. What do you need to know as a driver? It's the same thing on defense, offense, that basic tenet of man ball area 2 meters. I need to know where my defender is, and I need to know where the ball is. Depending on where the defender is, then my moves might vary. And then I also need to know what's going on at set. So is my move a move to get the ball and get it into 2 meters, or is my move a move to get inside water and try to create a scoring opportunity? Or is my move a move to open up water for that 2-meter player? Okay, so I need to know all of those things, and again, I have to know where the ball is. We talked about that in the passing and shooting, that I want to be prepared to receive the ball. As a driver, you have to be prepared. When you make those quick moves and you get yourself open and the ball's coming, you got to be prepared to get your legs under you quickly so that you can react and give yourself the best opportunity to have a positive outcome. You also need to know the situation and the shot clock. You do not want to attack the cage with 3 seconds left on the shot clock because, again, based on getting open, the ball's not going to get to you in time before the shot clock expires. So you need to be patient. You don't want to commit when the shot clock's going to expire, and now you have given the defense an opportunity to transition or counterattack against you while you're attacking your goal and the clock's running out. The situation might warrant that as well. Depending on how many goals you're up or down will dictate how aggressive you are offensively as a driver. Sometimes you're going to be a facilitator. You're going to help move the ball into 2 meters. Sometimes you're going to be the aggressor where you're going to try to break down the defense individually and create either a shot for yourself or force the defense to crash onto you and create a shot for your teammates. That's all going to depend on the situations of the game, the shot clock management, and where your 2-meter man is, and what kind of game plan that you're going to come up with as a team. But those are kind of the basic skills and what your responsibilities are as a driver, and we will work on some of those skills with our drills in the pool a little bit later. Let's walk through the driving drills we're going to do tonight. The first thing we're going to do is releases. Again, we talked about the driver's job description, to move the ball around to the strike zone position. So we're going to work on some releases. The first is going to be a jab step release, similar to basketball, where I'm going to come forward and then step back out. Okay? So I'm going to try to get the defense to back up so that I can receive a pass from my teammate without being under pressure. So I'm going to jab step in, swim in, hard strokes in, and then step back out in a V-cut kind of position. So I'll go in and then out. Not back out the same line. I'm going to step in, drive the defense backwards, and then come back out. All right, so that's a jab step release. The next is going to be a crossover release. Defenders are going to grab a hold of you. You're going to be locked up, maybe, hands on hands. So I'm going to be holding the elbows of the defender, and the defender is going to be holding my arms as well. In order to free yourself from that grabbing defense, you're going to do a crossover release. So depending on where the ball is, let's say the ball is to my right, I'm going to take my outside arm and cross over the defense's body, chopping the arm off that's grabbing me and using that arm to push off and establish a release position. So again, the ball's over here. I'm locked up with the defender. I'm going to cross over and chop the arm off. Use that arm as leverage, push off, and catch the ball and make a pass. Okay, again, creating some space so that we can move the ball around and you can play without that pressure with a defender right on top of you. The next drill we're going to do for the driver is a backdoor release. Defense is way up in the lane. So you're going to try to use that positioning to get them to back up and react, panic a little bit. So I'm going to go backdoor hard move on the defensive player, trying to get them to back up. Maybe they do a reverse turn. As I get them to jump backwards to cover me on the drive, I'm going to step back out and look for the pass and put that ball into set or move the ball to the other side of the pool. Okay, so those are the 3 releases that we're going to do. The next one's the give and go. Worked on this as far as shooting, give and go. It's going to be a pass, give and go. So again, I'm up, I'm locking. I'm going to make that pass as the defense closes out, make the pass, go back inside water, and look for the ball. If I don't get the ball, I'm creating a situation where I have established inside water position, and the defense is going to have to react to that. They're going to have to help. And the ball can swing and be worked around the perimeter without being under pressure. Again, that's the driver's job. The motion is to create double teams based on establishing inside position, and that will allow the ball to move around. The next drill we're going to do is a release and go. So I don't have the ball like in a give and go, but I'm going to maybe jab step in, get the defender to back up a little bit, step out like I'm going to get the pass. As the defender reacts and closes out back on me, then I'm going to go back inside. So it's kind of a double move. I'm going to come back door or jab step, get him backing up, step out like I'm going to release. When the defender closes out, I'm going to go back in with that double move drive. The next we'll work on is just a hip over or a lunge drive. We talked about the basic principles of driving: to explode, not swim, okay? And we went through this on our driving or our motion drills. You want to be able to lunge hip over to cover more water than you're going to be able to by just swimming. So you're going to use those movement drills when you're a driver. I'm going to hip over to get inside water position. I'm going to lunge forward to get inside water, and then I'll start swimming. That explosive lunge or that explosive hip over, depending on your body position in the pool, is going to allow you to cover more water than you could swimming and hopefully get to inside position. So we're going to work on some hip over drives and lunge drives, that explosive first move that you're going to need to be an effective driver. The first release we're going to do is a jab step release. The offense is going to go at the defense, force them to drop their hips and start to back up, and then they're just going to step back out to catch a pass. We're using this to move the ball around the perimeter. So right now it's just going to be a one pass, but we're going to get the release and get the ball out. There you go. So now quick jab step, force the defense to back up hard, and then we got to release. Let's go kind of a ball side though move. So you're going to come ball side, just back him up and then come step out. Hard jab step, ball side release, and then he comes back out. So again, I'm going to force the defense to go backwards, and then I'm going to step back out and get the ball so that I can make the next pass or possibly shoot the ball. Quick hard jab step, ball side, come back up, get that pass. Okay, again, quick jab step, ball side, defense backs up, and now the offense has some separation so we can move that ball to the strike zone. Jab step, defense backs up, step back out, get a good release. Jab step, step back out. All right, now we're moving that ball without getting fouled. Right now we're gonna go crossover release, okay? The defense and offense are locked up arm in arm. The offense is going to take the outside arm, chop inside, okay? Cross over the body of the defensive player, chop the arm off, and then use that weak arm as leverage to push off and create some separation, okay? Again, this is a right-handed player. As he crosses over with his left arm, he's going to use that left arm to push off and then step back out to his right arm to be able to move the ball, okay? Crossover, release move. One more. It crosses over, uses that arm to push off a little bit and gets that release. All right, we're going to go the backdoor release. Offense takes a hard stroke backdoor. Defense is way up in the passing lanes. The offense takes a hard backdoor, steps back out, and is able to move the ball. Hard backdoor, defense reacts. Offense comes back out. We're trying to move that ball live. We talked about live water polo. I want to be able to get the ball with some space and be able to make the next pass or possibly take a shot. Okay, so we got the backdoor release. Hard explosive move, defense reacts, steps back out, and now we're moving the ball. So again, we're going to do a driver drill here, just the give and go, basic give and go. We're not going to shoot, but the offense is going to attack the defense. As the defense closes out, the offense is going to use the momentum to pull by and then receive the ball back, okay? Establishing inside position. Defense is up, being really aggressive. As the defense closes out, the offense uses that momentum to come back inside and look for the ball back from the player that he passed it to. The give and go move. Defense closes out, use the momentum, use that offhand to pull by the defense, come inside, and then look immediately back to the man you passed the ball to. All right, so now we're gonna go the release and go. So the offense is gonna do a hard release, faking like they're coming back out. As they go back out and the defense reacts, they're gonna come back inside water with that second move. So it's a hard move, step out. As the defense reacts, he comes back inside water. and create. So there's two moves to this. One is the release, and I'm faking it. As I get the defense suckered into believing that I'm going to release and come back out, defense jumps me, and then I come back in with that second move. Hard move, step out, defense reacts, back inside water, and I've got an inside water shot, possibly a catch and pass back into set. But I've forced the defense into a position where I'm ahead of them. So again, the release and go move here. Hard stroke, step out, defense reacts, back inside water, and now I might have a shot. Or again, force the defense to help off, and now we'll be able to move the ball around the perimeter. Hard move, step back out, and then remove, second move back inside water. All right, that was offensive skills and drills. I hope you can take some of those skills and drills and incorporate them into your game for next season. Best of luck.